You will remember that originally the commission was supposed to finish its work within 6 months, it's 180 days. We applied to the High Court for an extension of that period, and we got an extension that will take us to the end of February this year. We thought that time would be enough for us to finish the work. But in the affidavit that we used in the first application for an extension, I made it clear to the court that when we said that when we asked for an extension of time up to the end of February 2020, we were making an assessment of how much time we would need based on what we knew at the time. And of course, it was right at the beginning of the work of the commission. So there was still a lot that we would see as the investigations continued and unearthed stuff that we needed to see. So it was an assessment that was very much based on how much time other commissions had taken before. And we were aware that the assessment that we made, that the time up to end of February 2020 would be enough, was subject to developments that we would have once the investigations have started. Of course, there has been a lot of investigation since then, and it has become quite clear that the time was not adequate. So that is why we have had to apply for an extension of the time that we had been granted. In terms of how much work is still outstanding, if you go to the Public Protector's report, and if you go to the founding affidavit that we filed in the High Court in regard to the current extension application, you will see the kinds of issues that the Public Protector had identified. They very much relate to Gupta-related activities in terms of business and tenders with government, and what officials and what politicians may have been involved. They also relate to possible breaches of the relevant legislation relating to the executive about ethical conduct. That's what they relate to. So some of the work has been done, and I think a lot has been done. You know, we already had a lot of witnesses relating to ESCOM, relating to Transnet, relating to Denel, which falls within the terms of within the issues that the Public Protector articulated. But there are areas which we must still look into. So my own assessment is that if we are going to focus on those issues that the Public Protector had identified, we should be able to finish the work of the Commission within this year. But again, one has made assessments before and they have proved not to be right. But when we look at what we have done and we look at what is in the public domain, what has come out at some stage or another through the media about where there may have been involvement of Gupta-linked entities and individuals in relation to tenders and government business, I believe that the time that we have asked for is reasonable. And if it were not to be enough, I think it would be simply a matter of the time that is needed to finish the report. So my belief is that before the end of the year, we will have come to the stage of commencing with the writing of the report. But if we don't finish that by end of the year, 31 December, we might need a few more months to do that. So that's our estimate.
For more, go to ewn.co.za.